Alrighty, good morning everyone. I've just left Geehi. I was camping there for a couple of nights. I did a bit of exploring down there and that was awesome. One of the most stunning spots in Kosciuszko. So today I'm going to be doing the Khancoban to Kiandra Drive along the Swampy Plains Creek Road and then Tooma Road. It takes in a few different huts, a couple of the snowy hydro dams, and it's just meant to have some awesome views of the high alpine as well. So I've never driven that part of the snowies before. You know, as much as I've been here, that's another one of the parts that I've never been. So it should be a good drive. First, I'm going to head into Khancoban and get a coffee and some breakfast. And then we'll head off on this drive and I'll camp somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm going to camp yet, but I'll camp somewhere off the Snowy Mountains Highway. That's unreal. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting to get this view of the western face of the main range, because I've always heard that the western face of the main range is the most wild and kind of steepest part of the entire main range, and you can kind of see it here. That's unbelievable. Because up there, I'm always hiking up there along the main range, but you don't actually get this view when you're up there. You just see down and you can't really get like a scale of it, but that's unbelievable. And just beyond that, Treadbow, there's a great lookout. Scammell Spur lookout. Sensational. Have it, Scammell's lookout. I've passed this lookout so many times along this road, but I never thought it'd be worth dropping in. I don't know why. I just never thought it'd be that great of a lookout, but that's definitely one of the best lookouts in Kosciuszko. It's so good. All right, on to Khancoban. And then you've got it releasing back into Swampy Plains River, and that'll flow into the Murray. So here we are at the Khancoban Dam. This has probably been my favorite kind of dam of all the snowy hydro ones, because it's just, it's incredible. I mean, all the dams in the snowies are really picturesque, but this one in particular takes the cake for me at the moment. I mean, I haven't seen all of them, but this one's sensational. The one at Talbingo is very close as well. But like, you just got the backdrop behind the town of Khancoban. Like, imagine having that backdrop every morning you wake up. And so just another little point. So the Swampy Plains River flows into the Murray. And a lot of people don't realize just how important it is for us to get good snow seasons, because that snow melt runs straight into the Swampy Plains. It runs into the Murray. But the Swampy Plains is probably the main one because it starts right up at Lake Kutupatamba, 2,000 meters. And that snow melt comes all the way down, flows through here, through the dam and then eventually into the Murray River. And then the Murray River gets used for irrigation for farmland once you get out into the western parts or central and central western parts of New South Wales and Victoria. And so obviously the farmers need that water through the irrigation. So if we don't have good snow seasons, the snow melt, as it's been the past 2 years, is going to be very low. The lakes are going to be very low, as they have been. And there's not going to be as much water for that. So, you know, even if you don't care about snow activities and all that, I don't think people really understand just how important that snow melt is for the downstream sections of these rivers. So these rivers are definitely super, super important, regardless of where you live in the country, because if farmers can't grow their crops because of the water, well, we're in trouble. All right, just heading back across the dam wall, and like, yeah, that view is unbelievable, man. It's so nice. Hey, do you reckon you could just be quiet while I speak to the people for a bit? So now I'm gonna head onto the Tooma Road to get onto the Kiandra Drive. I've started a bit late, it's 10:45. The toilet break took a bit longer than it needed to be. So I'll get onto this. The first stop will be Tooma Dam. So let's get on it. So just turning right here onto Swampy Plains Creek Road to begin that turns into Tooma Road and the start of the Khancoban to Kiandra Drive. So right there, straight ahead, going straight through the mountains. Oh, that's a long way down. And here we are, that's Tooma Dam itself. So yeah, that does look pretty low, but then again, I've never been to this dam, so I don't know if that's considered low or regular for it, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Obviously this was built when Australia was still on imperial, but the elevation above sea level, 4,000 feet. I don't know the conversion of that. Height of the dam, 220 feet. The waters of the upper Tooma River retained by this dam are diverted through a 9-mile long tunnel, 9 miles long, Jesus, to Tumut Pond Reservoir for power generation in the Tumut Valley power stations and for the irrigation of the Murrumbidgee Valley. So that's exactly what I was talking about down at Khancoban. It's all used for irrigation down there. And yeah, obviously the Murrumbidgee, another very important river, because it starts at just below 1,600 meters, so that gets a bit of snowmelt as well. So. There we are, Bradley's and O'Brien's hut with a great look out into the plains here. Unfortunately, this whole place is just a graveyard. It's a snow gum graveyard now, sadly, but that's the reality of it. They'll never recover. Oh, fly's undone. Yeah. Whenever they build these huts, they pick a great location for them. Perfectly rebuilt after the bushfires as well, so as you can imagine, this was one of many that were rebuilt after those fires, but they've done an awesome job at it. So on to the next. All right, so I'm just leaving Bradley's and O'Brien's hut now. There's another couple of huts called Blackjack's hut which are accessed via an easy four-wheel drive trail called Manja Trail. Now, I'm not too sure if that's actually open or not. So it's literally just 100 meters down the road. So I'll head there and hopefully it is open. Oh, here it is. It looks like it's open. Yeah, it leads to some blackjack huts. So Blackjack Trail, Mountain Blackjack. Yeah, it looks, there's no closed sign. So, all right, let's head down and see how this is. I gotta say, I was a bit surprised to see that it's open, because the usual case in Kosciuszko is you'll get to a trail that you want to do and it's closed. So far, this is actually a really nice track through these kind of dead snow gum forests, I guess. But the funny thing about these I shouldn't say the funny thing, but I guess the sad thing about these snow gum forests being all dead is that because they're dead, all the vegetation's gone, so you actually get a better view. It's funny but sad at the same time. So yeah, this looks like a really nice track. Oh, this is awesome. Opens up into the plains. This is so good. Who would have thought you'd get a four-wheel drive track like this in New South Wales? Who would have thought you'd get a four-wheel drive track like this in Kosciuszko? No locked gates, eh? The views right now behind me, I'll show you guys on the way back, but that is awesome. So nice. Views of the whole Jagunga wilderness right there. That's sick. Nearly coming up to the turn off to Blackjack Trail, which you might be able to see to the right there. That is sensational. Yeah, so I'll jump onto Blackjack Trail. That'll lead to the, I don't know if it leads all the way to the top. It might lead to a locked gate and I've got to walk for a bit. I don't know, but the turn off is just coming up here. Oh, with the views to the Blackjack Fire Tower, 1.5 kilometers. Wow, man. You got views everywhere. There's views to the left, views to the right, views behind me. Oh, I can't wait to see what it looks like from the top. If this is the views from here, wow. Oh, this is phenomenal, man. There's not very many peaks, you know, that you can get to summit in New South Wales or in the Kosciuszko snowy mountains with your four-wheel drive. So being able to get up this one is definitely awesome. take a look at this. This is fair income typical. I don't know if this is national parks that put this in or not, but like, you get all this way. Like, you're bloody kidding me, eh? Like, they could at least put that sign all the way at the start of the trail, you know? Like, try not to swear. Trying to keep it clean, but these guys are... Fuck. Yeah. Oh, it was a nice drive up here anyway. And the views out there. The old Triton, she's loving it up here. It's all right. It's all right, girl. It's all downhill from here, so you'll get a nice rest. So yeah, current elevation right here is 1,594 meters. So up there at the fire tower, I imagine that'll be about 1630. Nice and high. You can feel it. It's much cooler down up here than it was down at Geehi. I'd love to walk up, but you don't want to, you know, push the envelope, because then they'll put more of these locked gates and all that shit. So I'd prefer to just, you know, it says no persons beyond this point. So I'll just suck it up and just say, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I say that way too many times, specifically because of stuff like this. You know, you can't let it upset you, because you can't really do anything about it. So while I'm up here, I'll just enjoy the incredible view. It's about 20 kilometers return, sorry. So 10 kilometers out, 10 kilometers back. And the views both ways are awesome, but I'm sure the views as you're coming back down, like you can see right now, it's epic, so good. Kind of lets you get a scale of just how huge the Kosciuszko is, and just this wilderness, because I think this might actually be Jagungal Wilderness, if I'm not mistaken. Or that might be the other side of Tooma Road, I'm not sure, but this is a pretty spectacular part of the world. Or I should say, pretty spectacular part of Australia. Look at that. Oh, crusty, mate. I don't know how you do it getting these shots, but I bloody love the work, mate. Wow, this walking back and forth. Don't expect this to become a part of the regular shots. You need some kind of device for solo travelers to run your cameras back and forth, because this ain't cutting it. All right, I'm just coming back onto Tooma Road now, so I'd highly recommend this Kiandra Trail and Blackjack Trail. Like stunning, superb views all around, and it's a pretty awesome drive. Definitely not recommended for soft roaders like a Forester, specifically for the fact that there's about 2 or 3 erosion mounds that have quite a sharp breakover point. So if you don't have something with actual high clearance, you're gonna bottom out. That's literally the only reason. Otherwise, in dry weather, it would be perfectly fine for a soft roader, but definitely recommend it if you got a 4B. Wow, jeez. Oh, my hat. Here we are, Tumut Pond Dam. This is a super impressive dam. This is awesome. The dam wall, huge. Oh, look at this, stick insect. Hello, Sticky. Actually, no, that's not a very good name. I'm sorry, mate. You're not, yeah. Oh, look, there's another one here. Sticky's, I don't know, wife and his son. That's pretty cool. There's another one there. They're fucking everywhere. Look at that. That is awesome. What an awesome dam. I've always thought that these snowy hydro dams that we have throughout here are just such an incredible feat of engineering, considering the fact that most of them were built in like the 50s. Like it's mind-blowing how exactly they built this. Like this one here, 1958, like it's just unfathomable. That's 70 years ago. 70 years ago, like to think the technology back then compared to what we have now, it's just incredible. Every time you see these structures, it's pretty mind-blowing just to actually get to a place as remote as this, because they definitely wouldn't have had all these proper formed roads back then. It's just, yeah, I just can't comprehend it, you know. So that's the last dam of today. Now I'm going to head to Snowy Mountains Highway and find somewhere to camp. All right, Sawyer's Hut, that's one of the many huts that's been rebuilt since the bushfires, and like all the other ones, they've done a superb job of this one. This is a super nice hut. I'm just gonna suss out this toilet because they don't have a toilet down there. And yeah, I might try and back one out now. See if I can get the business done here and then head down to camp. All right, let's prep this up, get the jalapenos on, piss off. At the same time, trying to keep the flies away. Don't want to go too much with the jalapenos. That should be enough. Get the sour cream. Get a nice big dollop of it. Oh, jeez. And then let's get the salsa. Drip her on. There we go. Nachos served. Oh, yeah. Chorizo's also been cooked through nicely.